Command.
Code Alpha 66 Zeta 3.
Unable to respond. Code not recognized.
Code acknowledged. Report.
Phase 1 complete.
Okay, I've accessed the command codes. We're all set, go ahead.
This is Captain John J. Sheridan. Serial number X07Y39 Alpha. Security code Obsidian.
This is Commander Susan Ivanova. Serial number Z48M27 Epsilon. Security code Griffin.
This is Chief Warrant Officer Michael Garibaldi. Serial number V17L98. Security code Peekaboo.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
What are you talking about, Hal?
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
Well, you've seen how the entertainment industry looked at our interactions with artificial intelligence. In the examples that I've used, it was decades ago. So tell me, what's the difference between what they were showing us way back then and what you're about to see now? Have a look. Looking under the hood saves you money.
Hey, Ai. Good morning.
Good morning, Danny. You have a full schedule today, starting with an investor meeting at noon.
Hey, Ai. Call Lisa.
Hey, Danny. I'm headed up right now. Hey, Ai. Turn the temperature up and play some music.
Turning the temperature up to 72 degrees. Playing from Spotify.
Hey, Ai. Call an Uber to 5th Avenue.
Your car will arrive in 5 minutes.
Hey, Ai. Good night.
You have a meeting in Union Square at noon. Would you like me to schedule an Uber?
Hey, what do you think of these glasses?
A few years ago, our team at IE started with a simple question. How do you radically change the smart home industry? Our vision has always been different from other smart home companies. Instead of creating standalone products, we started with an entirely different mindset, integrating smart technology seamlessly into your home's favorite objects. When we saw the groundbreaking products that have debuted on Kickstarter, we knew that this was the community we wanted to see our vision first. We need your support to produce the first line of IE Smart Mirrors, and we sincerely hope you'll be a part of our story.
Well, that was a very compelling video, wasn't it? And the amazing thing is, it looks an awful lot like the stuff that we opened this video with. Now, the prior video to this one, and I know I'm using the word video a lot lately, it covered a ring that did a lot of the same things that this thing purportedly did by swiping your fingers and different points in different ways on that ring. This particular product is a little different in that it supposedly does all the things that that ring was supposed to do, like calling Uber and setting appointments and helping you keep them and what have you, as you saw in the video. There's that word again. And you have to understand and remember that what you saw in that video doesn't exist. It is the same kind of CGI and special optical magic that was used in TV and motion pictures and continues to be used today incredibly well. That didn't stop them from setting an incredibly low goal of $25,000 for such a technologically advanced item, and they blew way past it with $156,000 plus. 494 backers, and there's only 19 days to go before this campaign ends, and they get all that money to do with as they please, because this is, after all, crowdfunding. What is exactly going to happen now? Well, they're going to take your money, that 156,000 plus, and finally develop the world's most visually stunning AI personal assistant for your home. Now, why do I say that they're going to finally develop it? Because this is crowdfunding. They do not. I have to say this as loudly and as emphatically as I can. They do not have this device. They are proposing that they will have this device. I defy anyone to be able to produce this device physically in a form that anyone can touch, see, and experience beyond the visual and motion picture style effects that they showed us. Now, why do I say that this is all special effects? Well, first of all, if I were doing this, and I'm no slouch when it comes to video, some of you will agree or disagree, let's take a look at that image. The first thing is, it's a clean plate showing what is supposed to be a mirror projecting an image that is being reflected back to us. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but the chances are that that still image, that clean plate that was done, is of those people who are then masked into that particular scene. Couple that with the animations, the various things where they're getting messages, where they're asking for music, where they're getting their appointments set up, and they're supposedly speaking with and interacting with it. That all got masked in later. It's done all the time, and in fact, if you watched any of the Iron Man films that came out over the last few years, all that stuff where you saw Tony Stark and what he was looking at in the heads-up display inside that Iron Man helmet, it's done exactly the same way. Anyone with really good video skills can do this kind of image. This is not real. It's just there to get you to believe that they can do it. Not that they necessarily can or will in the real world, but if it got you to pledge money, it worked. But let's delve a little bit deeper using their own video. Because as it says right there, Meet AI. Notice the clever way they named the product. Again, Meet AI, a revolution in home automation. See what she's capable of in 20 seconds. Okay, let's go. Here we go. Well, they'll be in the Google Play Store. It can access all these different things: temperature, lights, locks, cameras, artificial intelligence, a big buzzword, natural conversation, and of course all kinds of other things that you can hook into this. So in getting people to pledge them money, the question that really should come up logically is, like they show here, what can AI do for you? And notice that now we have that clean plate image, as I call it. There's no reflection of people or any of the other things other than that small circle that's been added to the image at the very bottom. That would indicate supposedly the electronic device on, off, whatever it is. Everything else, remember, got composited in. But I'm going farther afield than I probably should, so let's go on. Let's see what AI can do for us to make it worth our giving them money. Well, it's an assistant. Time, communication, and health. So they have an AI schedule, an AI voice, it would have to, unless you're writing on the mirror, and that's something I don't want to contemplate. AI health. So you're going to see some things involving scheduling, I see. Let's move down and see what that means. AI schedule, okay. It analyzes your schedule and uses keyword extraction to help you proactively accomplish tasks, such as delivering groceries or calling an Uber. Yeah, sure it does, but remember, it doesn't exist yet, does it? Not at all. They still have to make this. So how do they know it's going to be able to even work to do that? Let's go further down a little bit. Here we go. The event, engineering team call at 2 p.m., AI recommendation, set a reminder for 1:45 p.m. Why do I need an AI when, if I'm thinking about my engineering team, I already know that I'm going to need to set a reminder for that 1:45 p.m.? Meeting at Union Square, schedule an Uber, and again, why would I need AI when I'm perfectly capable of saying, oh, I have a meeting, I'd better schedule an Uber? What they're trying to do here is say that all I have to do is say I'm going to have this meeting, and the rest of it is automatic thanks to that AI. There's a real danger here. Let's talk about the Uber. What happens if the meeting is canceled at the last minute, or I don't decide to go, or I'm ill and can't go, or they change the meeting time? How is the AI going to know that unless I do the rescheduling myself? In which case, wouldn't it have been easier to have simply done the Uber scheduling myself? Kind of dumb, huh? Well, let's go a little further down. AI voice. Talk to your personal assistant. AI speech recognition software allows for easy hands-free control of your day-to-day task. So in other words, this is supposed to get rid of a flesh and blood assistant, someone who could actually do all those things that the AI is supposed to do, and I guess means that I don't have to pay somebody a salary to do those tasks. Once again, if it existed and they used it this way, it's going to take jobs from people. And that's a very big fear whenever we talk about automation. What jobs being eliminated that a person's been doing before and that now no longer needs to be done? Well, that's something to think about, isn't it? Then, of course, AI, as they say, deliver a pizza from DoorDash, turn off the living room. All these things are going to be done through AI. The fact that many of these things can be done already through some other devices that already exist is immaterial. You've got to have that magic mirror. AI health. Machine learning and user feedback to give practical recommendations for your well-being. Well, let's see. Maybe it'll give the recommendation to trash the mirror. Who knows? And the ubiquitous fitness tracking and planning. Yeah, people just... they just need somebody else to do all of this kind of stuff for them, because if they had to do it themselves, they might learn something they don't want to know. And they go on and on and on, as you see here. On and on they go. And here, of course, we have somebody else that's been composited in with something involving exercise and so forth. Now, they go on and talk about control and so forth, but I want to stop at this image and make you think about something. Where is that mirror hanging? Does this not mean that if I want to make use of all of these wondrous things the mirror is supposed to do for me, as I call it, the magic mirror, well, doesn't that mean that I am basically roped into one spot in my living room or bedroom or bathroom or whatever the hell that is? That is the thing that gives me the most pause. They talk about it as if it were something really wondrous, but I tend to wonder because it ties you into one spot in one room. Well, you all make up your own minds. I think this thing doesn't exist. And once again, this is one of those incredibly technologically complex things that I don't think that a crowdfunding campaign is ever going to be able to make come to life. But it's your money. I hope to God you're using it wisely.